This broadcast is about sexual awareness. There'll be probably several aspects, several different hangouts that we're going to do about sexual awareness and the importance of sexual awareness. You know, we have at Sex and Care a mission statement, and that statement says that Sex and Care, we believe that every single human on the planet has an innate sexual sensual nature, no matter what age, color, culture, religion, or upbringing. And that if people are living in their unconditioned freedom, they're loving, playful, inclusive, delightful creatures who deeply care for each other. What a difference it would make if everybody was living from that place in this world. We really wanted to start Sex and Care based upon that foundation, because we could see that many people were not living like that. And by not living in their open, loving nature, there was a lot of problems. I mean, you can see just looking at the divorce rates around the world, or the abuse that happens, the domestic violence that happens, the child pornography that happens. There's just endless kind of things, suffering that's happening.
Yeah, and then the other personal part for each individual is where the awareness comes in, where you need more awareness is your own predicament in it. Like if you have repression, denial, emotional shutdownness going on, if you're not aware what goes on inside of yourself, you cannot change your predicament. And you can only change your outward predicament by changing your inward predicament. And that's how awareness is the key to then face the things that you have going on about sexuality, or your own freedom in expressing yourself and allowing yourself to be sensual, sexual, give yourself expression with others. If you don't allow that, then you also don't have freedom of expression.
Right, which, you know, freedom of expression, that relates very much into all kinds of relationships. It relates into creativity, for example. I mean, and it relates to health. There's a lot of scientific information out there right now, right, Eve?
Yes.
About how, you know, people who are active sexually have better health. I mean, especially like older people, you know, they're kind of charting now, you know, the way people are keeping active in their sex lives in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and staying healthier.
Yes. And so there is a big part of repression and denial about yourself that creates being shut down, and also your emotional body. If that is shut down, it creates a lack of feeling, like your heart needs to be open, your sex needs to be open, your mind needs to be open. You need to be able to let go of your mind in sexuality. And how do you do that? Then it almost comes down to, wow, you need a tool. You need tools to explore it and to change something in your own life. And that's how we can make a difference in the future. We start with ourselves.
Yeah. And, you know, on the very basic level, it's like when you've had great sex, how good you feel.
Yes.
How good you feel with yourself, how good you feel with your partner, how good actually you feel with your friends. Somehow you move out into the world feeling good about yourself and the world because you've had good sex. So you feel fulfilled by having good sex. And we are all for good sex over here at Sex and Care, that's for sure.
And, you know, and you can also start with yourself. You can have sex with yourself and start to explore your sexuality. You can explore your fantasies, your desires. You can explore what it feels like to do certain things with yourself. And even by reading a book or fantasies, you know, go in your mind to see what happens with your body, because it's all connected. And you need to become aware to see where your hang-ups are and where it's not connected and where you have fear. where you have shame and where you have guilt. And those things, and we will talk about that in other hangouts. We will go topic by topic. We will explore all these areas in our hangouts. That's our plan for this year.
Right. And just so you know, we also have a website, www.sexandcare.com, where you're going to find a very informative magazine with a lot of juicy articles and educational articles, very informative over there, as well as being fun, playful. And there's a store where you can get good stuff.
Where you can explore and look at all the areas of sexuality and see if you get like if you get repulsed by something, or if you get excited by something, or you get like turned on by something, like, wow, I want to get this thing, or I want to do this with my partner. Those things is how you start exploring.
Right. So.
And if you have a question, send an email to eve@sexandcare.com. That's me. And I will answer your questions. And if you have an idea for a topic that you would like to hear about, write that to eve@sexandcare.com so we can start a hangout and talk about it. And if you want to join our hangouts, go join our hangouts and come with your question there. And you can also be anonymous. Don't put your camera on, it's very safe.
All right. I think that's it for today, Eve.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you very soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Have sex with care.